So I am officially 30 and still single. I honestly haven't had a boyfriend in years. I'm not the type of person that likes to mess around, feel like it's not going anywhere, and just end it. And so I try to be serious, and maybe that's a default or not doing myself any service. But I feel like everyone that I meet on Hinge and Bumble, all of the guys are just immature. They have baggage that I don't want to deal with. They can't hold a conversation. They're boring, or I'm always the one that's reaching out, which then just makes me look like I'm desperate. And then I give up and not want to continue the conversation because I don't want to come across that way. And so I don't understand like dating in your 30s and like upper 20s like I was prior to this. I just have not had any success. I mean, the last date I went on, I mean, to my fault too, was back in April of 2023, and it was absolutely horrible. I mean, too, I guess I could try to go out into the wild and meet someone, but I feel like if I'm always going out to the club, it's going to make me look like I not want something serious, or out to the bars, not necessarily clubs. What am I talking about? But I don't understand like where I'm supposed to meet men these days. Like, does anyone have any thoughts? Like, where are you meeting men if you're in your upper 20s, early 30s? Like, I'm starting to just become, don't get me wrong, like I am starting to become myself and happy with who I am and the life that I have right now. I'm getting there, don't get me wrong, but I really do want to find my person and find that, person I can settle down with and buy a house together, potentially have a family. And I guess in this state of the dating world, I just don't see that happening. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of frustrating. So
Okay, here's another woman struggling in her 30s with dating. And I mean, what I would do if I were her immediately is probably lose about 50 to 75 pounds. That will help her a whole lot because at least she'll be thin. And guys are attracted to women who are fit. And I believe that she would look a lot better, feel a lot healthier. So I would start there if I were her. Second of all, this brings me to my point about these women not being able to meet men outside of dating apps, right? And that's definitely not the place for you to meet guys unless you're just looking, for sex. That's what you're gonna get on these dating apps. What she would need, I mean, what these women need to do really is this is why I say, your early 20s is the time to settle down because when you're young, you're involved in a lot of social activities with your immediate community, right? Your direct community. So say you're like in high school or college, you date people that, like, if you think back on the girlfriends that you had back then, they probably lived like a mile or two away from you, right? They weren't far. You grew up with these people. You've known them practically your entire life, or they know friends of yours that you've known your entire life. You're all part of this same little community. I mean, even in San Francisco, where I grew up, which is a big city, right? Not as big as LA, but I grew up in a big city. And still, like, the women that I dated back then, or the girls, they weren't women yet, right? They were girls, were part of that community, almost like family, right? It's like their parents knew somebody else's parents or might have known my parents directly, type of thing, right? Might have seen my parents at the same PTA meetings, or we all went to kindergarten together or something like that, right? I mean, it was just uh, it was very small, your community. I mean, my high school girlfriend, who, I really wanted to marry at some point. I didn't go that path with her, but you could probably see like my prom photo. I think that's on my IG, Mad Mac Cross Official. My prom photo with her. Yeah, she was really special to me at the time, and I think what was even more special was the fact that even though I didn't meet her till high school, we basically grew up probably half a mile away from each other, knew the same people, had the same friends. So you always have that connection, right? I mean, even to this day, like all those people that I grew up with and dated back then, like we're almost like one small family, right? It's like, oh, that's Matt. they're not really that put off by my content. Like, oh, that's Matt. He's always been like that. He's always been like outspoken, and he's always that's just what he does. And so it's so as a woman, that's generally the best time for you to get married, right? You marry somebody that you went to high school with or college with, and you grow together, right? You grow together. At least that's how they did it back in the day for years and years. Whereas now, these women are being instructed basically to just forego all of this and stay single and venture outside of their normal community and outside their normal tribe into the world. I mean, because these dating apps give these women, and social media has a lot to blame too, give these women access to the entire world, the entire planet of men. And it's really destroyed their just their basic sense of reality, right? To where, and you guys have seen it, where these women who are, say they were average looking and easy to date back in the day, now think that, they're like a 9 or 10, right? It's just crazy to me, because back then, like, women were way more realistic about their standards. Like, like fat women, for example, like chubby women, they knew that, okay, I can't get the Chad. I can't get the six-pack model-looking Chad. Even if they were really pretty, they're like, I can't get that guy because I'm a chubby, cute girl, right? Whereas now, she'd be like, I could get that guy. But then what they don't understand is, like, they could get that guy to come and sleep with them, but he's not going to commit, So, yeah, unfortunately, like, social media and dating apps have really created this really weird paradigm where a lot of these women are stuck in purgatory. But as for men, it's almost like we are way more realistic, and way more grounded about where we fit on the social scale than women are. Women have just lost their minds as far as I'm concerned. Next clip.
I am going on a date tonight, and this is my first date in a while. My last date was back in May, so it's been like 5 months, and that date was horrible. And then even before that, it had been a while since I had been on a date. I just have really been enjoying being single and spending this time focusing on myself and my kids. I just have not wanted the drama or the mental or emotional drain that dating and men can bring. But I am at a place where it's like, okay, I'd like to meet someone. I really would like to share my life with somebody. So what did I do? I signed up for a dating app. I am the most skeptical and the first one to tell you that I think dating apps are a complete waste of time. But my friends have asked me, well, how do you expect to meet someone? I don't know, Ashley. That's a great question. But in all seriousness, that actually is a great question. I have my kids with me and I'm doing all the mom things all the time, and I work from home. I thought church would be a really good option for finding a man, but I have looked around. All the age appropriate men have wedding rings on. I don't go out very often, and when I do go out, I'm not looking to meet a man or pick up a man. I'm there to spend time with my friends and have a good time. I am going into this experience with an open mind because you just never know. I mean, who knows? I could end up meeting someone who's just like me, who just doesn't get out, or the guy might be absolutely horrible, which does make for a funny story with my friends. Where does a 40-year-old single mom meet a man? I don't know. If you have any suggestions of where to meet somebody other than a dating app, please leave me a comment and let me know. I do think I have gotten to this like almost dangerous place in my life because I am so content with being single that it has made me so overly picky. My standards are really high, and if you don't meet them, I really don't care to walk away. I am all ready. I'm about to walk out the door. I went with an all black look with a cute top, denim, and a metallic heel. I am feeling a little bit nervous, but let's see how this goes.
And what she just said right there is the biggest Achilles heel for these women who are over the age of 30. Is she said, now that I'm older, now I'm like a single mom with 2 kids, and I'm almost like I'm in my 40s. My standards are way high. My standards have gone up. I have more requirements for the guys that date me. That just makes no sense. And this is why I say these women are not living in, reality. They're living in fantasy land. because nowhere else can you, like go around and claim that your standards are higher when your value has gone lower, right? Because men are drawn to one thing, well, two things: youth and fertility, right? That's what we like, right? Because to us that equates to, or in our simple minds, uh, hotness, right? Young and hot. And these women no longer have that, but yet here they are making demands. I always, I haven't said this in a while, but I mean, I equate it to the 40-year-old NFL running back or 38-year-old NFL running back that is at the end of his career and should be retiring and should just be happy to be on any team, like an Ezekiel Elliott, for example, right? He kind of really tore himself up in Dallas. Then he went to the Patriots. Then he came back to Dallas, had a really bad season last year. And now he signed with some other team. He's just bouncing around right now, right? Where at one time he was the highest paid running back in the NFL when he was like his second year, right? He was basically just off of his rookie season. He became the highest paid running back in the NFL. Imagine him, who can barely make a team, much less a practice squad anymore at his age, and he's not even that old. But at his point in his career, like, suddenly rejecting any offer he gets from an NFL team, which he should be grateful for, that anybody would still want to sign him, and then saying, no, I demand to be paid not only what I was paid when I was the highest paid running back in the NFL, I demand to be paid 30% more than that. They would be like, what are you talking about, dude? Your value is not there anymore. There are other running backs who are young, fresh out of the draft, who haven't had half a dozen surgeries on their knees or their back, that are fresh, that can go out there much healthier than you, that have a longer lifespan, that have a better attitude. Why would we sign you to this insane contract and screw ourselves, right? It just doesn't make sense. But that's how these women sound to me when they say things like that. Like, now that I'm 40 years old, got 2 kids from 2 different dads, and and I'm losing my looks. My standards have gone up. I want more from men. I expect more. I want hotter men. I want younger men. I want that guy that I could never get. You sound like a lunatic. But as always, drop your comments below, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
So, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Do it for the DeLorean. Smash that like button below for the DeLorean. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you subscribe, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay? Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm because they're definitely not helping me anymore. I need your help. So subscribe to my channel. Share my videos with your buddies. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, stainless steel pill content, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all over the world are out there approaching and closing every single day, every single week, no matter what type of racial divisions going on in the world, no matter what type of virus is going on in the world, we are out there making things happen 24/7, just living our lives and having fun and taking no prisoners. And I want you to be a part of that. Okay? Life is short. I want you to be part of it. I want you to learn how to do it. And right now, the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons in 7 Months to Mastery, which is a very, very, very valuable program. I highly recommend you join. It's only $1 for the entire first month of content, so take advantage of it. and it only takes 2 seconds to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.